Hi everybody, I'm Lex and welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about the Deck of Panning, which is a project that was originally created by Emily and Max, where she assigns a prompt to every card in a deck of cards, and you just pull a few cards every month, see what prompts you get, and work on the appropriate products. I've been doing this project for a few months now, so I already have some products that I rolled in. So let's see what progress I've made and what new things will be coming into the project this month. One of the things that had been in for a few months already was my Technic Chunky Lip Pencil in the shade Dark Red. This was for the out of control category because I think I have way too many red lips for someone who doesn't really wear red lips. And I had this in for 15 uses. This is what it's looking like now. I basically just used the end up and it's due for sharpening. I thought it would be quite easy because 15 uses, you know, especially with reapplications, because I count reapplications, I thought it wasn't going to be that hard. But it ended up taking a lot longer than I thought it would. Going into April, I had 9 uses still left to do on this, and I managed to do all of those, with my last use being today. So this is rolling out now. All the rest of these products were rolled in last month, so I haven't had them in that long. For the prompt focus, I rolled in my tiny Avon sample. This is the shade Adoring Love. And even though these aren't very big, they take me a while to use up because I tend to use just the tiniest little bit to just add a touch of color. I don't really wear them like as a full lipstick, really. So my goal is to use it up. I've used it 7 times so far, so it's gonna take a little while, but I'm okay having a couple long haul products in. Next up, I rolled the prompt Pick Your Space, and I had to choose one of the prompts in the hearts column. I chose Easy Peasy Lemon Squeezy because I felt like giving myself a couple gimme products. So for that I rolled in 2 of my little sample perfumes. This one in First Love, and there was another one in Heaven, which I've also used up, but I don't know where I've put it. Both of these are done. They both took 5 uses to use up, so another prompt will be rolling in for those. The next prompt I pulled was Spotlight a Panner, so basically any product that's inspired by another panner in the community. And I watch Ravni on YouTube, and her Pan That palettes for this year are both ABH palettes, so I thought I'll pull my ABH palette out as well. You know, I haven't used it in a while, I'll give it some love. And I didn't want to choose anything too difficult, so I just picked the shade Tempera for 30 uses or pan, whichever comes first. You can see I've made a little bit of progress on it, but for some reason it doesn't look like it's changing very much. I've used it 11 times so far, so I still have a few uses to go before that rolls out. My final prompt was astrology sign, and I don't really have anything astrology related in my makeup collection, so I was looking into my star sign, which is Leo, and a lot of the colours related to it, and it's reds, oranges, and yellows. So I decided to roll in my W7 Prismatic Highlighting Palette. This is kind of a dupe of the KVD Alchemist palette with the like transformative shades that you can use either as like highlighters or eyeshadow toppers. And I rolled in this yellow shade. Again, it's in for 30 uses or pan, and I honestly think the 30 uses will come first. I've only used it 3 times so far, so I still have a lot of progress to make, but I'm okay having a variety in highlighters at the moment. It makes it a lot easier to pair things with different eyeshadow looks. In that case, we have 3 items that are staying in and 2 things rolling out. So let's roll in 2 new cards and see what prompts we get. I can't find my really nice cards that I was using for this project, so I'm just using a random deck that I found at the moment. But I switched the rules up a little bit, so I actually have 2 jokers instead of 1 in my deck, because firstly I like the risk, I like the challenge, but also I really love the designs on the jokers on the deck of cards that I normally use, so I felt it was unfair to only keep one in when they're both so beautiful. I'll have to show them to you next month because they're just stunning. You can see a couple of the cards over on my Instagram from when I picked prompts last month, but they're just gorgeous. Just gonna cut the deck and see what cards we get. Oh, the 9 of Spades and the 8 of Hearts. I'll have to go see what those prompts are and pick out some products. Okay, I'm back and I've picked my items. For the 9 of Spades, the prompt is Graveyard, so that's any item that's been in a project before. And I had my little bronzer in my D100 project pan last year. I basically used it, I think about 40 times until I hit pan. And it had a tiny little pan in the middle, but it was a tri-color bronzer and I didn't really like that. So recently I decided, since I definitely have enough space in the pan to repress it, I'm just going to do that. And this is what it looks like now. So my goal for this, I think, is going to be 30 uses or hit pan, just like I normally do for powder products and eyeshadows. We'll see how it goes. I think hit and pan isn't going to be too hard, so if I manage to hit pan quite quickly, I'll just keep using it and see what progress I can make. My second prompt was the 8 of Hearts, and that's an SPF product. So at the moment I'm using this little sunscreen. It's SPF 30 fluid. It isn't from like any particular brand. I received this as like a tester product. But I did recently mark it April 15th right there. So I'm just going to go from that mark, and I want to use it, I think, halfway. So I'll make a new mark and we'll see what progress I can make and how quickly it's going to take me to use up half of this. I think with the sun coming out more now, I'm going to be using it a lot more, but it does leave my face really tacky and very shiny. So I do need to powder over it. So I don't use it every day because I feel like that clogs my pores a bit. But on days when I'm outside a lot, I do use it. So I think getting progress in it isn't going to be too hard. Anyways, those are all my items, and I look forward to seeing you next month so that I can update you with more progress. Thank you so much for watching, and my next video should be out in about 5 days. It'll be my Greek Gods project pan updating on the 25th-ish. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you then. Bye!